The boy only dug up a small drill bit, but it accidentally uncovered a truth that had been hidden beneath an underground village for years. In this dark underground settlement, everyone was told from birth that the ceiling above their heads must never be opened, and that the world outside simply did not exist. But no one expected that the digging boy everyone looked down on would one day uncover the key leading to the surface. Because he worked in the soil every day, Simon was always covered in dirt. Whenever the village girls saw him, they would look at him with disgust and even laugh at him together. This made Simon more and more insecure. But beside him, there was a very different kind of man. That man was John. John never judged Simon for those things. Instead, he always encouraged him in his own way. And deep in John's heart, he had an impossible dream to break through the ceiling of the underground village and see the legendary surface world with his own eyes. To achieve this dream, Kamina gathered a few followers and formed the Gurren Brigade. Under his leadership, they rode giant mole pigs and charged straight toward the rock layer above them. But before they could break through, the village chief had been hiding above suddenly appeared and knocked them all back down with a single blow. Afterward, the village chief publicly scolded them. He told everyone that there was no such thing as the outside world. The surface world John talked about was nothing but a fantasy. But John refused to believe him, because when he was young, his father had once shown him the outside world himself. However, the village chief claimed his father was nothing but a liar. After that, he decided to imprison them. Upon hearing they would be locked up, the members of the Gurren Brigade immediately panicked. But Simon, being the best digger in the village, had his punishment lifted. Just then, a violent tremor suddenly shook the underground village. The villagers reacted instantly and hid inside tunnels, but John stood still unmoving. Simon panicked and kept urging him to hide, because Simon's parents had died in a past earthquake. He would always tremble with fear whenever the village shook. Seeing Simon shaking uncontrollably, John pulled him into a hug to calm him down. After that incident, Simon continued his usual digging work. But today, he uncovered something strange again underground. It was a small machine glowing faintly. Even more incredible, it reacted to the small drill on Simon's chest. Simon immediately realized he had found something extraordinary and rushed to tell John. At that time, John was still tied up in prison. He didn't want to escape at first, but after hearing about the strange machine, his interest was instantly sparked. He easily broke free from the ropes and slipped out with Simon unnoticed. But just a few steps later, they ran straight into the village chief. Facing the chief's anger and whip, John didn't defend himself. Instead, he took all responsibility. At that moment, the ground began shaking again, and this time, the vibration was far more intense than before. The ceiling that had never been opened for hundreds of years was suddenly pierced from above. A massive creature crashed down from the sky. Seeing this giant monster, all the villagers collapsed in fear. Only John was excited. He pointed up at the ceiling, because this broken ceiling proved that everything he had said was true. But the monster didn't come to help them. The moment it landed, it began attacking the villagers indiscriminately. Faced with such a terrifying creature, John showed no intention of backing down. He first mocked the village chief, then took his ceremonial sword and walked straight toward the monster. But he was no match for it. Just as the robot was about to smash him down, a gunshot suddenly interrupted the attack. Both of them looked up. A beautiful girl holding a Barrett sniper rifle descended from above.